Hey there, welcome back to another tutorial. This time we're going to be taking a look at another website that you can use similar to cleanup.pictures, but this one is called Remove.bg. In the other dinosaur video here, we had talked about just removing the tree altogether because we didn't want to try to layer dinosaurs on top of it and it look all goofy. But this time I'm going to be just a little stubborn and say, no, I want to be able to layer these dinosaurs behind the tree in the picture. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to try to remove the background of the picture so that all I have left is the tree. So we're kind of doing the reversal here. So instead of everything but the tree being left, now we're trying to do just the tree being left, if that makes sense. So very similar to the Cleanup Pictures website. Our first step in our slides here is we've got to get that picture by itself so that we can download it. So I'm going to select the image, go to Arrange, Order, Bring to Front. I could also just drag T-Rex off to the side, but this seems a little faster. And now I'm going to go to File, Download again, and PNG. Now, if you are trying this a couple different ways with a couple different tools, if you've already downloaded the picture once, you can reuse it because it's, again, in your downloads folder. So I could have easily done that here, but I just wanted to show you those steps one more time. And now I'm going to go to the slides toolbox here off to the right, and I'm going to click where it says Remove BG. Click on it once, and then go to the link that appears, which I already have open in a tab for time's sake here. And then I'm going to go to Upload Image. I'm going to find that picture that I just downloaded. You'll see I probably have several copies of it at this point. I'm going to click that first one there. Click Open. This website is also using artificial intelligence to look at your picture and try to determine what the main image is that you're trying to pull out of it so that you can use it by itself. So you'll see here now, instead of blue sky, we've got this checker pattern in the background. So that means if I were to download this image as it is right now, I would have the ability to layer in the dinosaur where that checkered pattern is. So his feet would be covered by all these other little trees and buildings, but he would be layered behind the tree. Problem is, I still have all the grass there, and I want to keep him on top of the grass but be behind the tree. So how do we do that? Well, it does have some other edit tools built in. If you don't quite like what it does the first time, you're going to click where it says Edit. And this one has a brand new feature that is very similar to cleanup.pictures, where you can paint it with a little brush, and then it's going to go in with AI and try to clean up wherever it is that you suggested it needs to clean it up. So now I'm going to go to Erase and Restore. And notice here it has this magic eraser turned on, and I've got the eraser selected. When I come over here, I'm going to try to drag this red dot because now I want to remove everything but the tree. Again, this is kind of reverse of what we had earlier. I'm just going to drag a big red swatch across here to try to get rid of everything but the tree. So let me try this first chunk and see how it does. I'm going to let go. Notice it does a little twinklies magic. Let's see what happens here. Fingers crossed. Please. And sometimes it may take a minute because it is trying to do all this processing. All right, we're getting closer. Now I just got to do it the other side, right? So I'm going to drag the red dot. And if you do make a mistake, you can always back out and then come back in with a fresh copy of the image. And I'm going to go to about there, and then I'm going to stop, let it do its thing. And I was working with a pretty large brush size there, but you'll see I might have little fragments left that I'm still trying to get rid of, like the shadow of the tree here. So I'm going to resize my brush just a little bit. So it's a little bit more manageable here. And I can also use the zoom in tool. So let me do that right now too. And then I'm gonna scroll down using my trackpad. Oops. And then I'm gonna come in here and try to just capture that shadow. Fingers crossed again. Come on, come on. So hopefully we're going to be left with just the tree by itself. Let me branch back out. There goes my tree jokes again. I know. I'll stop. So I'm back to 100%. And now if I'm ready, I like how it looks. I want to download it. I'm going to click download. And then I click where it says download image. It wants you to do share image, but click on the one right below it. Download image. It's going to pop up. We're going to click copy to clipboard. And we're going to bring back into our sticker scenes slides. And just like we did with the cleanup pictures download, we tried to resize our new image to fit the slide. We're going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to go to edit. Oops, edit and paste if it'll let me. Come on now. Edit and paste. There we go. And you'll see I've got this other tree. It's slightly grainy compared to the original, but that's okay. I'm going to bring it up into that corner. I'm looking for those red lines to appear. That lets me know I'm in the corner. I let go. Now I'm going to come down to the right corner and I'm going to drag that little blue box to the bottom right corner of the slide. And now I'm looking for those blue lines to appear that let me know that I've got it in the right spot here. Let's see, it's being a little tricky. There we go, that looks pretty good. All right, so now what I have is I've got the original image, and then I've got this new one that just has the tree while the rest of it is clear, laying over the top of it. So it's almost like tracing paper, right, that I've got layered over the top. Now the problem is when I start trying to layer in all of my dinosaurs and the background and then this other layer of a tree, it's going to get very difficult to select which one I'm trying to move. So that's where I'm going to try to crop this new image of the tree so it's easier to have it smaller than the overall picture so that I can move things back and forth. So let me show you what I mean by that. So right now I have that new clear tree image selected, and I'm going to double click on it to crop it. And we'll cover this in another video as well. I'm going to drag this right side over to just the tip of the leaves. There it is. And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to drag, actually I'm going to leave that. It's always a good idea to have a solid side of it in the corners so that you don't accidentally move it and have it out of place. I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's say I now moved this. I'm using my arrow keys and I bump it over. Now it gives you a weird blurry look. That's because you've now got two of the tree slightly off balance from each other. So if I move it back and line it up perfectly with the edge of the slide, now it's like, okay, I'm not blurry vision anymore. I can see it, it's there. All right, so again, now I have just this other layer of the tree over the top. So now I'm going to, with that one selected, I'm going to hold down Shift and also select the original background image. And I'm going to send both of them to the back. So I'm now going to go to Arrange, Order, Send to Back, and my T-Rex should reappear here. Okay, so notice he is still in front of the tree, but I want to try to get him behind the tree. Well, now I'm just going to select the new version of the tree that's transparent. And you'll notice I'll know that I'm selecting the right one because I see the edge of it. is right here where we cropped it up to the edge of those leaves. And then I'm going to go to Arrange, Order, and Bring to Front. And you'll see now we can't see T-Rex's face because he's behind the tree inside the image. It's kind of like magic, right? Now, if that's not where I want him to be, I'm going to have to do some back and forth with sending things to the back, then bringing it to the front, rearranging it, and layering it from there. But now I have the option to really layer it in with part of the background image, which is really, really cool. All right, so have fun with that. I know this was a long video, but it's a couple steps to get this magic to work just right. Hopefully you have fun with it and make some really cool stuff in your sticker scenes.